So one thing I noticed since I started doing my own videos on YouTube, and I really been getting more involved with the YouTube boxing community. One thing I noticed over time is that a lot of the big channels just don't keep it 100, man. A lot of the big pop boxing channels that we all listen to, some of us hate them. You know what I'm saying? Hate those channels. Some of y'all watch those channels just to hate. I'm not one of those guys. I actually follow those channels. I actually like those channels. You know what I'm saying? But over the past year or so, I noticed that a lot of those guys are just not keeping it all the way real no more. Trill, I should say. Now, I'm not taking the shots that ain't nobody specific. I'm talking about all the bigger channels, all the channels that gets a lot of attention, all the channels that everybody go to, the go-to channels. A lot of those dudes don't keep it all the way in 100. A lot of those dudes seem like they scared to tell people how they really feel at times. Well, on this channel, I'm always keep it 100 with you. I'm always going to tell you how I feel, regardless of how the public feels about it, regardless of what anybody thinks about it. I'm always going to tell you how I feel. It don't matter to me if I ever get an interview with a fighter. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really into trying to talk to dudes like that anyway. Not to say I would never do it if the opportunity came my way, but that's not something that I'm really into. So, but like I was back to what I was saying, a lot of these channels and shit, they don't keep it all the way real, man, and it makes it hard for me to really even listen to them now, you know, because they just not keeping it all the way 100. I'm giving you an example. My boy Deontay Wilder, he's one of my favorite boxers. Big Wilder fan. That's my dude. He got offered that DAZN deal, right? 100 million, 3 fights, or potentially 4 fights for 120 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? He turned it down. But about a year ago, he was telling Anthony Joshua, "You getting milked by the white man, right?" Now, I'm not trying to bring race into it, but I got to, so just deal with it. He said that Anthony Joshua was getting milked by the white man. Fast forward to today, you got Shelly Finkel telling you not to take these type of $100 million deal to go fight 3 bums on DAZN real quick. So, I mean, he could have just padded his record up, go fought some bums, got a little bit more status, and you've been a money man, right? Nah, they told you to don't take that deal. You know, go back with Showtime. We're gonna bet on us. We're gonna bet on yourself, or whatever the fuck, because of you didn't know if Anthony Joshua was gonna be at the end of the deal. Who cares? You're getting $100 million to fight through whoever, Mr. Mahoos. You know what I'm saying? Fuck Anthony Joshua. That fight is gonna come, right? It's still gonna come, right? So now you're the one that's gonna look like this getting milked by the white man. Now it look like you the one that's getting milked by the white man, bro. And Wilder's my fucking dude, and I really hate to say this shit. But this is the type of stuff that the popular boxing channels on YouTube will not talk about. This is taboo. A lot of stuff that I talk about on my Facebook group seems like taboo. You know? Back when I used to be at Triple G real hard, everybody thought I was crazy. Everybody thought I was racist because I was on Triple G bumper because I already seen what type of dude he was. He wasn't trying to fight nobody. Motherfuckers, I'm losing friendships with fighters and shit. Darnell Boone, shit, all this type of shit. Motherfuckers hating on me. You know what I'm saying? Because I was telling the truth about Triple G. I was known. The motherfuckers used to try to get at me and making memes of me and shit. All because I was telling you the truth about Triple G. Fast forward to today, and now you motherfuckers see. What I was talking about. That's what I'm saying, man. I may not be the smartest brother in the world, but I'm an expert at reading people. I sit back and I just watch, pay attention. You know what I'm saying? I knew Triple G wasn't moving right. I knew he was ducking and dodging and picking and choosing. Now look at him. Now it's all out in the open now. Now everybody see it now. You know what I'm saying? Just real shit. Errol Spence. I was on the Errol Spence hype train just like everybody. I was on Errol Spence hype train hard. Saw you hit this train in the background. I'm on top of this roof at work. Talking boxing. Talking real shit. Errol Spence, I was on his hype train heavy, just like everybody else. I was on the hype train. Until I had to jump off the hype train. And as I watched it go past me, I start seeing things. Wait a minute, this dude is starting to, he's not moving like he's not saying the same stuff that he was saying a year ago. He's not moving like he was moving a year ago. Already. Just by beating Kell Brook, everything changed instantly, overnight. Now it's A-side talk, B-side talk. These same guys that praise Errol Spence to no end crucified Keith Thurman for pretty much ducking Errol Spence. Let's just be honest, he was ducking it. He's ducking Errol Spence. But these same people destroyed Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman lost a lot of fans and everything. And now Errol Spence is out here doing the same thing to Terence Crawford. He's out here doing the same thing to Terence Crawford. Now everybody acting like, oh, well, it's Bob Arum. It's Bob Arum. They don't want to do business with Top Rank. Terence Crawford calling them out by name now and everything. Bo Mack in the ring, we want Spence. We want Spence. Bob Arum coming out talking about we want to do 50-50 down the middle. Let's fight. Let's fight. We want to do 50-50. Call Al Heyman. And all that shit, right? No, we don't want to do business. I'm going to take the easy road. Imagine if Terence Crawford said he was going to take the easy route. Imagine if Keith Thurman literally came out and said, I'm going to take the easy road. Imagine if Keith Thurman said that. Shawn Porter, Danny Garcia. One of the other welterweights said that shit. Nobody will say nothing. Like I said, the big boxing channels don't come out and say shit like this. They act like they scared. Sometimes a real man respects honesty. A real man respects the truth. You know what I'm saying? A real man won't get offended by the truth if it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. And then on this boxing shit, a lot of these niggas ain't keeping it real. They not spitting the truth. I don't even want to drop no names. I damn near almost did. I don't want to drop no motherfucking names. You know? Like I said, I was pro PBC and shit too. Ride with PBC to the end. Fuck Matchroom. Fuck Top Rank. Fuck everybody else. That was basically my attitude, basically. I didn't really come out and say this shit, but that's just basically how it was. Until I had to step outside the bubble and take a closer look at what's really going on. And this year really opened my eyes to what's going on. PBC is protecting their certain fighters. Certain fighters are protected in the PBC. Honestly, I call those guys that's protected, the Protected Boxing Committee. You know what I'm saying? Because them dudes are protected right now. And then people get mad when you hear this shit. It is what it is. I like these fighters too. You know what I'm saying? I don't hate Keith Thurman. I don't hate Errol Spence. I don't hate Jamel Charlo. Jamel Charlo, he do rub me off the wrong way a little bit. But only fighter I really hate, I don't even hate Triple G. As much as I go in on Golovkin, I don't hate the fucking dude. It is what it is. I'm just telling you what I noticed about the guy. The only fighter I really don't like is Dominic Breazeale. I don't even talk about him. I don't talk about motherfuckers I don't like. You know what I'm saying? Even if I do come off as I'm hating on whatever the fuck people think it is. They say you hating when you telling the truth. You got dudes coming out, popular channels coming out, not even talking about how Tony Harrison destroyed Cub Charlo. I call him Cub Charlo now. He came out and destroyed him. This dude, his whole everything was different. Everything was different. His whole demeanor, his attitude, everything was different. Tony Harrison destroyed him on that mic. And motherfuckers didn't, only a select few guys, the big channels talked about it. Why? They act like they scared of the Charlos. They act like they scared of this radical Texas fan base. They act like they scared of motherfuckers. Act like they gonna lose some subs or some shit. If motherfuckers can't handle the truth, then they need to look in the mirror and reevaluate life. Yeah, the truth hurts sometimes. You know? But the truth shall set you free in this motherfucker too. And I'm woke now in this boxing shit, man. I'm woke now. I have a way more open mind to this boxing shit. That's why you don't hear me going in on AJ like I used to. I used to go in on AJ. AJ was pissing me the fuck off because I had high expectations of the guy. And then when he was out here ducking Wilder and shit and talking about, I'm not going to give you devils and details, and he asked for $50 million and turned it down, I was on AJ ass. But now, fast forward to today, it seemed like Wilder's doing the same shit that AJ was doing a year ago. And now AJ's doing the same shit Wilder was doing a year ago. AJ's looking to try to fight Wilder now. AJ's a younger man. Wilder's older. Time is running out. Even though heavyweights mature later, we don't know. Anything could happen. Is what I'm saying. Anything could happen in this boxing shit. That's why I kind of backed off, man. That's when I really woke up and like, man, things ain't really what it seems. Sometimes you just got to step back and just pay close attention. You know? Everybody was so big on the Charlo twins. That is this. Lions only. It was a bunch of hype. Both of them brothers arguably lost their last fights. Well, Jamel definitely lost his last fight against Tony Harrison. And you could honestly say Corball came in there and beat Jamal Charlo. Oh, well, he had to fight a southpaw on short notice. Other fighters don't get that type of benefit of the doubt. If it's some other fighter that wasn't getting didn't have the fan bases and shit, came out there, fought a short notice guy that was a southpaw, somebody he didn't prepare for, and lost or struggled, he'll be crucified. He'll be a bum. He won't be as good as we thought, right? Now you got Jamal Charlo over here fighting a Brandon Ingram. A Brandon Ingram. No disrespect to Brandon. But Brandon's best win is against Shane Mosley Jr. His best opponent he's faced is a Willie Monroe Jr. And this is who Jamal Charlo is about to fight next. Instead of him coming out here with that same energy, calling out Andrade, saying he want to fight Andrade after, Andrade fights Selecki or whatever. He wants to fight Andrade. He wants to fight Jacobs. He's not out here doing any of that. He's not saying anything. Why ain't these other channels talking about shit like this? Instead, they coming up with these narratives. Because a lot of bigger boxing channels control the narrative on YouTube. That's what I noticed. See, I'm a small channel, so I ain't got no kind of voice in this motherfucker. I ain't got no voice on here. On Facebook, I do, But on YouTube, I'm a new kid on the block. Just know when you own this channel, I'm going to always keep it real. And usually when I say things, I may sound crazy. It may sound like I'm overthinking it or overdoing it. But it usually comes to light in the end. I predicted Errol Spence was going to do this. Look at my earlier fucking videos. If you listen to this right now, go back to my earlier videos when I was talking about Errol Spence and shit. And I was telling you back then that I seen this coming. On my Facebook group. You can go back to some of my old posts in my groups. I got 2 fucking boxing groups. You know what I'm saying? One of them got almost 30,000. The other one got almost 20,000. You know what I'm saying? And you could go in the motherfucking groups and see some of my old posts from a year or 2 ago. And I was telling y'all this shit. You know what I'm saying? That I kind of seen this coming with Errol Spence Jr. I seen it coming. Gervonta Tank Davis still ain't fighting nobody. Tank Davis still ain't fighting nobody. He's been around for how long now? He's been champion for how long now? Why ain't he fight Tevin Farmer yet? Why ain't nobody putting the pressure on him? You got all these hater channels that's doing it. These dudes that's low-key racist against the black fighters, the black men. You got all these other bullshit channels that's coming out talking that shit. But how come not a lot of the real channels? There's only a few real channels that I really listen to nowadays that's talking that real shit that ain't on that bullshit either, though. They ain't on no coonery, and they ain't on no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But you could tell when certain channels are against the, you know what I'm saying? I don't even want to get too deep into that. Because I still don't even know how this YouTube shit works. I might be saying something that get me flagged. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the channels that I really used to listen to every day while I'm at work, working. You know what I'm saying? I may not comment much in the comment section because I kind of be doing other things while I'm listening. But I fucks with it and I listen to them. And I still like these channels. I like these guys. But they're not keeping it all the way real, man. And that's why I feel that the sport of boxing will always be watered down until the fans, these guys with a voice on here, need to really start speaking up on all levels. For everybody, even if it hurts, even if it's your favorite fighter, even if it's the cost of you getting an interview with this guy, they have to respect you as a man for telling the truth, for asking the tough questions. Even if it's your favorite fighter, you can ask the guy you don't like. You go up to Eddie Hearn and ask him all kinds of tough questions. Eddie Hearn will stand there and answer them. He don't be ducking no questions. Abel Sanchez, as bogus as he is, that motherfucker will answer all the tough questions, and he'll say shit that you may not like. He'll say some shit that, damn, this motherfucker really is ducking. But he'll answer your questions. He ain't ducking nobody. And that's why I respect those guys, even though they get on my fucking nerves. Eddie Hearn and shit and Abel Sanchez, they got on my fucking nerves at one point because they was lying and shit. But at the same time, they'll come out here, they don't be ducking no interviews and no smoking, no questions. You know, my boy Terence Crawford. Let me talk about him real quick, so it won't look like I'm biased. Terence Crawford, my favorite fighter. You know what I'm saying? Alongside Wilder and Erislandy Lara. Those are like my 3 favorite boxers. He's too sensitive. You know what I'm saying? He's too sensitive. He don't like to give interviews out with people. He don't like to give black media interviews for whatever reason. He don't want to go holler at the fellas on Trill Boxing Talk in the morning. You know how fucking, you know what I mean? You know how big that'll be? The brothers want to talk to Terence. You know what I'm saying? Niggas talk shit. Brother, we talk shit. That's what we do. That's what boxing fans do. That's what men do. That's what a lot of black men do. We talk shit. We don't mean nothing malicious by it half the time. We just talk shit. That's what men do. We talk shit. A group full of men, of boxing fans, there's majority dudes. There's a whole bunch of egos and shit. Motherfuckers gonna be talking shit. All the races and shit, name call, that shit ain't cool. But motherfuckers gonna talk a little shit. They don't, it may be personal for some guys. Some guys just say it is what it is. But Terence Crawford should be out here chatting with these guys. Not just Ellie and all these other guys who don't, you know, he need to be talking to the people that's really going to be there for him, that's going to really root for him at the end. It seems like Errol Spence got a lot of the momentum as far as that because he went on the show for a few minutes and, you know, pleaded his case about him saying that when he pretty much tell you that he wasn't going to fight Crawford, he's looking for the easy road. He hopped on there and said some shit. Even if it was for a few minutes. Deontay Wilder. That's why motherfuckers fuck with Wilder. Because Wilder will go out there and talk to the little people. You know what I'm saying? He'll go out there and talk to the smaller channels and do interviews and give you a whole hour of his time in the middle of training camp. And that's what I think Terence Crawford needs to do. He needs to really get out here and talk to some of the little people who's really riding with him. You know what I'm saying? Because right now it looks funny. Even to me, and I'm a huge Crawford fan. That's my favorite boxer right now. I think he could beat all them dudes. But that's just my thing, man. He a little too sensitive to certain things. So not everything is gonna be coming at you. You know, not everybody. Y'all know what I'm getting at. I'm just losing my train of thought. I'm tired and shit. I'm on this roof, you know, just talking shit. But like I was saying before, a lot of these boxing channels on here don't keep it real, man. I don't know what it is. These dudes, not like they're getting a check from anybody. You know, they just not keeping it 100%, man. That's going to prevent a lot of the best fights from happening from when they should happen. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going to happen, dude. But this video is a lot longer than I thought. It's probably my longest video to date. Hopefully y'all listen to the whole thing and see where I'm at with this boxing shit. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.